You've checked their profile 3 times today. You've read the last message so many times the words don't even make sense anymore. You're running their text through your mental forensics lab. But what did they mean by haha? And somewhere in the back of your mind, you're just wondering, do they think about me? Do they feel what I feel? Here's what I want to tell you. None of that detective work is moving the needle, not even a little. What if the only thing standing between you and the relationship you want isn't them at all? What if the only thing that needs to change is your assumption? Let's clear something up immediately because this matters a lot. The law of assumption, rooted in the philosophy of Neville Goddard, is not about manipulation. You are not trying to puppet master a human being. You're not sending out mind control signals. You're not making anyone do anything against their will. Here's the principle. Your assumptions about reality harden into fact. What you consistently believe, feel, and expect shapes the world you actually experience. Think about it. If you walk into every interaction with someone secretly believing they're cold, disinterested, about to leave, guess what your entire experience of that relationship feels like? Cold, distant, like they're always 1 foot out the door. You're not seeing them clearly. You're seeing them through the dirty window of your assumptions. Every perceived slight, every unanswered text, every moment of silence. You're filtering it all through a story you're already telling yourself. The window is the problem the whole time. And the beautiful thing is, you hold the cloth. You don't need to fix them. You don't need to change them. You need to change the story you're telling about them. Clean the window, and the person you see through it transforms. Okay, so how? How do you actually shift an assumption? Because saying, just assume better is like saying, just be confident. Not super helpful on its own. The first tool is what Neville called living in the end. Instead of wanting the relationship, you inhabit it. You're not thinking of the wish fulfilled, you're thinking from it. There's a massive difference. Hoping they text you keeps you in the wanting. Assuming they already adore you puts you inside the reality where that's just normal. Of course they reached out. That's just how we are. The second tool is your inner conversation. Right now, you might have a loop running in your head about this person. They're probably not that interested. They've been distant lately. Maybe they're talking to someone else. That inner monologue, it's actively shaping your experience. So you revise it, not in a fake, gritted teeth way, but gently, consistently. They think about me. They're drawn to me. We have something real. Let those thoughts become the comfortable default. The third tool is the sleepy state, sometimes called SATS, or state akin to sleep. That drowsy window right before you fall asleep? Your conscious guard is down, and your subconscious is wide open. Neville was a big fan of using this moment intentionally, planting a simple scene, a feeling, a mental image of the wish fulfilled, and drifting off inside it. Nothing elaborate, just peace. Just the quiet knowing that it's done. And here's what I really want you to hear. This is about your inner state, not about refreshing Instagram at 2 a.m. to see if they watched your story. The assumption has to feel natural, almost boring in its certainty. Not desperate, not like you're white-knuckling a wish, just settled, just known. This is probably Neville's most mind-bending idea, and honestly, once it clicks, you can't unsee it. Everyone is you pushed out. The people in your life, including your SP, are, in a very real sense, reflecting your dominant assumptions back at you. If you've been assuming your SP is pulling away, withdrawing, going cold, you'll keep finding evidence for that. Not because they're terrible, but because your state is broadcasting they're leaving, and reality is agreeing with you. Flip the assumption, and the reflection shifts. Now, and this is important, this is not about blame. It is not, you caused all your suffering, congratulations. That's cruel, and it's not the point. The point is power. You are not a passive observer waiting to see what this person decides to do with your heart. You have influence. You have the ability to shift the entire dynamic by shifting what you hold as true on the inside. And no, you're not turning someone into a puppet. You're not overriding their free will. You're simply operating from the understanding that consciousness is the only reality, and the people in our lives show up according to our state. Change the state, change the scene. Before we wrap up, a few important guardrails, because the manifestation space online can get a little unhinged. Don't treat every gray tick, every story view, every accidental like from 3 years ago as a cosmic sign that the universe is testing you. It's not a test, it's a phone notification. Obsessing over 3D evidence just keeps you out of your assumption and back in the anxious waiting room. Don't use this philosophy to justify staying in something genuinely harmful. Assuming the best doesn't mean ignoring red flags the size of a billboard. Protect yourself first, always. And please, don't put your whole life on pause waiting for this one person to show up. Your life is happening right now. Fill it. The most magnetic version of you isn't the one desperately pulling someone toward you. It's the one who's already full, already living, and simply expects love to show up. Because it does. For people who assume it will. Here's the thing. You were never really waiting on them. You were waiting on yourself. To stop assuming the worst. To stop bracing for rejection. To finally fully decide, of course they love me. Of course this works out. That's the law of assumption. Not magic, not manipulation, just the quiet, radical act of choosing your story. And now you know how. If this landed for you, leave a like. It genuinely helps. And subscribe if you want more of this. I'll see you in the next one.